If that's the case, why are y'all constantly in our business, right? If you believe that these group of people are, low IQ, incompetent, likening to that of a monkey, why do you then have to burn up their communities, right? Why? I don't understand. Why do you then have to codify your supremacy? If you are in fact supreme, why do you need laws to prohibit these people from reading, from writing, from building businesses, from voting? Why do you need laws for that? If they're so low IQ, you shouldn't have to worry about them reading. You shouldn't have to worry about them writing. You shouldn't have to worry about their businesses, right? Because their businesses are automatically going to fail because they're low IQ. They're inferior. But that's not what y'all have been doing throughout this history. If they're so low IQ, they're so incompetent, right? Why do y'all have to put drugs into their community? Why do y'all have to kill their leaders? Why? It seems that y'all are saying something out of your mouth, but your behavior is going a little differently because your behavior is showing a sense of fear of inferiority on your behalf.
Wake up, nigga.
It's showing that you have to oppress and subjugate these group of people because if you don't, they're going to really outshine you. They're really going to show you who's really the inferior group of people. That's what they're showing me, okay? Because all their behaviors is showing that, hey, it seems that you have to, handicap these people in order for you to look good. Damn, that's what history is telling me, and even presently. Because when he talks about the communities and everything, you always look into that. Because what they honestly want to say is what I just said. Oh, they're just low IQ, low inferior and all. Okay, if that's the case, then leave us alone. But y'all can't do that. Y'all can't do that to the extent that you're literally flying to Africa. Damn. Now, one thing I will say I agree with Dave Smith on is that you can't blame white people for everything, okay? You can't blame them for everything.
But you kind of can't just blame all your problems on white people and racism. I mean, that actually is not really what's holding black people back in this country. And I think...
But you can't blame them for 99.9%. Historically, right? Because let's just be honest. These are the people that say, hey, we were kings, we were Vikings, we were civilization builders, we built all this world. Okay, we did all this. Okay, so if you did all this, you created the systems in place, you upheld the systems in place, you then elected, Supreme Court to do the same exact thing, right? If you did all this, how are you not taking accountability for what you yourself claim that you did? You're the one that said you do the FBI, CIA because you're so high IQ. But then you also brag about how you destroyed, black communities, how you were terrorizing black people, how black people couldn't look at you or they'd be lynched. You want to go back to the good old days, make America great again, where you lynching black people and all this, and women are in the kitchen. And I'm just understand, how do you brag about this, but then also don't want to take any accountability and responsibility for your actions and how they've had an impact? And I find it interesting that a white Jew would say this. That's fascinating to me. You mean a Jewish person who constantly wants to talk about the Holocaust? And if you even question anything about the Holocaust, whether it's the numbers, whether who killed Hitler, whether what happened afterwards, whether how they came into power, that now you're a bad guy, you get silenced. But you then want to talk about, well, just get over it for black people? That's weird. And then you got a white Mexican who's an anti-Semite, who's also a homosexual, talking about, well, y'all need to reproduce and have Chad wives and everything, and the Jews this and the Jews that. That's really fascinating. That's really fascinating.
Top down in the comment section. Let's talk about it.